Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hi. Welcome to Willingness Wednesday. I am your coach, Bvon Squires, and today we're sponsored by Spirit Source Connection. I am just so totally thrilled, just so excited, like I always am. I'm just so excited about coming to you tonight to bring you another broadcast, if you will, another message. Yeah, that's what we'll call it, another message. Actually, if you are new, I want to first start off by saying welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome here. This is a safe place. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you so much for your love and support. I really couldn't do this without you, and I'm just so honored and so grateful to be your coach. Thank you for meeting me here. So last week not last week, what am I thinking about last week? This month, we started a series called The Spiritual Seasons. And last week, we talked about the growing season, we talked about the wilderness season, we talked about the pruning season. And today, I will not disappoint. Today's message is going to be talking about the harvest season. Ooh, what's that, coach? Well, I am so glad you asked because I can't wait to tell you all about it. I am just like bursting at the seams. I have been so excited all day because I knew I was going to be able to come here tonight and tell you guys all about the harvest season. Now, some of you are going to be so thrilled and so excited about the harvest season. And then there are going to be those of you who are not going to be so thrilled about the harvest season. But isn't that the way? And I'll tell you all about why here in just a moment. And so, as you guys know, we talk about things here that you're not going to learn this stuff in school, and you're not going to have it as, just regular dinner conversations. You're going to have to come here so we can talk about these spiritual things, and talk about how you can broaden yourself to as a multi-dimensional spiritual being, because that's who you are. I know that, and I'm sure you know that by now too. So, let me tell you, the harvest season is usually a great time of year. It's where all of your hard work, all of your effort, all the perseverance, all the self discipline, all of the things that, make you productive and responsible come to fruition. But I have to start off by saying the harvest is only as good as the seeds that were planted. So I'm going to take you back a little bit, kind of do a recap, because this is what's necessary so you understand the harvest. Because see, the seeds get the ground for the seeds gets prepared in the wilderness season. And so whether you know it or not, what we're talking about here are the spiritual seasons. They look a lot like the natural seasons, like in nature, winter, summer, spring, and fall. However, they don't necessarily coincide with those times of the year. The spiritual seasons have their own cycle, and God is in control. The creator is in control of the cycle. Now, what I want you to help you understand is in the wilderness season, right? That's where we are prepared with a new perspective. In the wilderness season is where we let go of, or actually we become aware of. In the wilderness season is where we become aware of those destructive patterns that we have been living by. We become aware of those limiting beliefs that have held us back for so long. See, in the wilderness season, we come face to face with the reality of our situation. Now, none of us are perfect, so we all are going to have those types of situations and circumstances that we're not always so proud of. I don't know about you, but I am not perfect, and I don't always respond. Sometimes I react. It's not a good thing, but guess what? I am human just like you are. Now, of course, I know what to do to rectify anything, you know what I'm saying, that may have caused a bad situation with another individual, caused me some guilt and shame. I know what to do about those things, okay? And so what I'm saying here is in the wilderness season is when you're going to come face to face with those things about you that aren't so pretty. Your ego, your ego and your spirit kind of clash in the wilderness season because only one can lead the way. Either the ego is going to lead the way and you're going to keep getting more of what you've already gotten, or the spirit is going to be awakened and you're going to receive a new perspective from the Creator. That's what happens in the wilderness season. Now, of course, now you're not going to be awakened to everything all at once, because that would just be cruel and unusual. And that's not the kind of Creator that we have. And so what I want to help you understand here is that you're going to be introduced to some things in your wilderness season that don't serve you well. After the wilderness season is the pruning season. This is when you are given opportunities to respond differently than you did in the past. The pruning season is when the limiting beliefs are taken away, people, places, and things that are not good for your purpose are removed from your life. Yes, it's a very painful season. It's a very painful but necessary season because, see, in this process, you are getting seeds that are going to be planted in the next season, which is the growing season. And so the quality of those seeds begins to happen in the wilderness. See, the quality of your seeds are seeds that are not, that don't have ill motives. I need to tell you that the seeds are your thoughts. These are the seeds that you're planting in your garden of life. And then you're going to harvest those seeds in the garden of your life, or the garden of your life. So wilderness season, pruning season, new perspective. And now you are ready to start planting those new seeds. What I want to help you understand is that even though you've come through that wilderness season, you've let go of those old perspectives, you've let go of all those faulty belief systems, you've let go of all those people that would pull you back into that old process, that old way, that's all been let go. Now you're moving into the growing season where you get a chance to plant some new, fresh seeds. Now, what I want to help you to understand, though, this is the part that really brings it together. See, as I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but that's like in the growing season when you start planting these seeds. Oh, I want a new career. Bingo, new seed. I want to get better quality rest at night. New seed. I want to lose a couple of pounds. New seed. These are the new seeds that you are planting in your growing season. Okay, you're planting these seeds, and so the harvest is what's going to come afterwards. What I want you to understand here is that all those old seeds that were planted, those old seeds that were planted also have to be harvested. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But guess what? The pain of having those old seeds harvested in your life is going to help you understand that that is not what you want. You don't want any more of those old seeds to be harvested. And so that's why we go through the wilderness season. Now, I want to help you understand that as you move forward in this growing season, in your positive actions towards your crop, if you will. Now, the crop is the seeds that you're planted. And the way you're going to nourish those seeds and the way you're going to water those seeds is through the actions that you take so that you have a good harvest. What I mean by that is, let's say, for instance, your new seed is to lose weight. How you water that seed are the actions that you take in order to lose the weight. You're going to start eating differently. You're going to start working out. You're going to start drinking more water. You are going to start looking for new recipes. You're going to, there are things that you're going to start doing because you are serious about this harvest. Now, you got to be serious about this harvest, because what I'm telling you here is you don't want to get halfway through and then peter out and decide, I don't want to do that anymore, because your harvest is not going to look very good in the end. So what I'm trying to help you to understand here is that the actions that you take, the faith that you put into growing these seeds, are the same thing as the actions that you take. Let's say, for instance, you want to get better quality of sleep. All right, that is the new seed. And the way that you nurture that seed is by setting your alarm 2 hours before bedtime so you can turn off your electronic devices. You are going to not drink water before you go to bed. There are certain things that you have to do in order to nurture those new seeds. Now, let's say, for instance, you want a new career. New seed. The way you nurture that seed is you do some research. What are you good at? There are all sorts of assessments and things like that you can take, or you can call me because I'm your coach, and you can reach me at b.vonsquires@gmail.com, or you can call me at 317-721-4315, and then we can talk about all of this and help you decide what it is that you want to do. Suppose you've already retired and now you're trying to create a new life. New seed. How are you going to move forward in your retirement? Okay, so now you can network with other people who have retired. There are so many ways that you can nurture your seeds, and I'm here to help you nurture your seeds and give you the information and the support and the encouragement that you need. Because see, as you're waiting, once the seed is planted, now it has to germinate. Oh my goodness, now it has to, do everything that is necessary for it to become a harvest. It has to grow. And so before you start to see the little sprouts sticking up out of the garden, before you start to see the greenery on the ground, you have to know within yourself that this is going to produce a harvest for me. These seeds that I planted are good seeds with good motives. I'm doing them out of selflessness, not out of selfishness. I am planting these seeds because now I know I have a purpose. Now I know which direction I'm going in and which seeds I need to plant in order to get there. So now, as we continue to move on, I need to help you understand that before you see the greenery, you may get a little discouraged because you don't see any movement. You don't see any greenery. But I'm telling you, keep the faith. Keep persevering. Continue with your self-discipline in all the ways that you're nurturing your seeds, because it's going to come to harvest. That's just the law of the universe, right? You plant a seed, you're going to get a harvest. You dig a hole or you put a shovel in the ground, you're going to get a hole. I mean, there are just some things that are just the way they are, and there's no way around it. Okay, so that's why I wanted to let you know about the negative seeds that we sometimes plant. And we don't do that intentionally. We plant negative seeds because we're human, and sometimes we're just not in the right perspective. And that's understandable, and that's okay, because guess what? There's always another opportunity for you to plant some good seeds that are going to affect your life in a positive way. Suppose you want new relationships, better relationships. You're going to get all of that through your growing season, through the self-discipline, and then it's going to be time to harvest. Now, what I need to help you understand is that the harvest is plentiful, but there's work that has to be done in order to receive the harvest as well. But I do want to help you understand the cycle that we're going through, right? We cycle through, and then after the harvest, then guess what? We're going to go back through again to the wilderness season, back through the pruning season, back through the growing season, because it's necessary. This is how we grow. This is how life evolves. This is how we evolve. And so I'm hoping that this is making sense to you because it is so critical to your life. Because, see, as you are waiting for those good seeds to sprout and grow for your harvest, there are going to be some negative ones in there as well. And so, what I want you to know right now is that the seeds you plant can bring you a blessing, or the seeds you plant can bring you a consequence. I know all about consequences, and I also know all about blessings. And if I have a choice, I want my harvest to be full of blessings. So I am very careful about the seeds that I plant. I'm very careful not to plant dandelions. Who wants dandelions in their garden? No one. But it's easy to plant those dandelions when you have envy, when you have low self-esteem, when you go to different vices to help support you through situations. Those are the dandelions that you're planting. Now, everyone wants to plant a rose bush. Everyone wants to plant an apple tree, right? And so when you want to plant those things, you need to make sure that the thoughts that you're putting into it, which are the seeds, are healthy thoughts. Healthy thoughts bring healthy seeds. Healthy seeds bring blessings, right? Unhealthy thoughts bring unhealthy seeds. Unhealthy seeds bring consequences. And so we can minimize the consequences in our lives if we pray and meditate. If we associate ourselves with other positive people who are also planting good seeds, also looking for a blessing as a harvest. I don't know about you, but I know all the farmers stick together. They stick together and support each other, right? And so you need to find your group of farmers, right? Like-minded people who are going in a positive direction so that you can be encouraged on this journey, on this harvest season, on all the spiritual seasons. And so what I want you to know today is that you can plant good seeds and you can harvest blessings. It's just going to take a while for those old seeds to harvest and go away. Now, I don't know, like perennials. I know you guys know about perennials. They come back every year, right? So at some point, if you have harvested a seed that continues to come and continues to be a part of your harvest and continues to bring you consequences, well, then you're going to want to uproot that seed and get it out of there so it doesn't continue to affect the rest of your harvest, so that those bad seeds, those weeds, if you will, don't overtake your garden. Okay. And so that's what I have for you this evening. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that this message resonated with you because it is so critical. And I also want you to know that if this message has resonated with you, if it has given you a perspective that you can use to move forward in your life, I'm hoping that you will like, share, and subscribe so that the people in your network also have the same information and have the benefit that you have to plant good seeds and have blessings as the harvest. And so that's it for me this evening. I'm going to look forward to seeing you again next week. Actually, I am going to Tucson, Arizona tomorrow, and then I'm going to go to Sedona on Friday. I'm going to take lots of pictures and lots of videos, and I might even do a live up there in the vortex in Sedona. So be looking for something like that. Just never know where I'm going to pop up because I'm your coach and I'm here to bring you all sorts of wonderful perspectives for your life, ideas, and opportunities for you to grow and build yourself as the spiritual being that you are. Thank you again for meeting me here. I am honored to be your coach, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask God to bless you real good. And I tell you what, if you are doing your affirmations, if you are moving forward in faith, putting all that positive actions and positive energy into your life, well, then everything that you are manifesting is gonna come to harvest. And that is the wonderful thing about it, is that you get to create the type of harvest that you want by the types of seeds that you're planting. This is so exciting. I could talk about it for 45 more minutes, but I won't. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.